We have a question, and I can't, well, it's from someone named Dan. What a delightful name. As someone who started his weight loss journey at 275 pounds, 125K for my European listeners, of worldwide listeners, now 265, 120, 48 years old. Boy, I'm glad you lost that at 48. I lost a bunch of that weight at first strictly through running. Now that I'm taking more of a Maffetone approach to endurance and strength work, I have discovered that even a weighted ruck does not get my heart rate past 110 beats per minute. Uh, there is a problem, Dan, right before I even answer the question. Rucking by itself doesn't necessarily get the heart rate up where it needs to be. Um, that's why I like putting the ankle weights on. I like putting the weights in my hands because as you get the weight out farther from the body, it becomes more and more inefficient. It might simply be for you, and especially at your size at 265. Well, there's a, I mean, a weighted ruck might not be working perfectly for you. So, Dan, here's the issue. There's two issues. One, for some people, you might just be too strong for the loads you have. So, put them out into your hands. Put them on ankle weights. See if that helps. Um, Having said that, as you're losing the weight doing the rucking, you're going to become more and more efficient because of the weight loss. So maybe you need to change your loads on your rucks. You don't give me ruck numbers here. But let's go to the question. My question to you, given the focus on more Maffetone type training, would lower heart rate running, yes, I wear a chest strap, be an acceptable substitute for weighted rucks so long as the emphasis continues to be on keeping the heart rate at its recommended 180 minus age, plus or minus any supporting or limiting factors? Well, the fact that you're 48, and if you don't really have any long-term, lower back, knee, hip, ankle, feet issues, though for some people, running leads right into lower back issues. Um, if you can do that, obviously I don't want to see a lot of jogging, that straight up and down stuff. I would like it to be a little bit smoother. If you can find, boy, ideally a beautiful path through, you know, piney woods with the pine needles as a carpet, and that'd be ideal. Or a beach, something like that. I think it's a great idea. Um, as long as if losing weight is your goal here, and I'm just guessing it by some of the stuff. It seems like you understand the impact that it's going to be on your health and longevity just by the way you're asking the questions, and on the body weight dropping. This might be a good idea. Say like you get in 2 or 3 years of running, and again, I hope and it can be low intensity. It can be, though I would mix it up like the Swedes used to call it. Was called fartlek, where maybe sprint hills, walk downhill. If you have a soft surface, you glide across it, and you kind of change with every whatever you come up with. You kind of change your stride, your the way you attack it. If you get 2 or 3 years, and let's say you want to weigh 220. I'm just throwing that out. There's no magic 100 kilos. So go to 120 to 100. I'm just pulling that out of the air. If you did that over a 3-year period and got yourself down to 220 and held that, your joints, that weight that you take off would be such a boon to your joints that I think you'd have a nice, little seesaw. Yeah, running can be difficult on some people's feet, ankles, knees, hips, lower back, but being heavier has the same hits. So maybe that running for a few years will balance out with the weight loss. Yeah, I think it's just fine. Um, it'll be interesting. The experiments. It's going to take you a while to get yourself to that heart rate that you want to be at. It's just it takes a few times, and then make sure you keep using the heart rate monitor, because what you're going to find, like for me, I like the talk test the most. As long as I can talk and interact, generally my heart rate is where it should be. But what I've discovered is when last summer when we took my walking, I basically doubled it. My talk test number, I was able to talk a lot with a lot higher heart rate. So I had to kind of bring it down again. Uh, it is a wonderful thing. Heart rate monitors and training just give you such fascinating insights. What you think was hard or easy, your body is responding. No, no, it's not. So, hey, great question, and thank you so much. Get back to me.